Welcome to this Blazor Smart PDF Viewer tutorial. This control provides AI assistance to quickly extract key information from your documents. It summarizes large files, highlights main points, and helps you understand complex content with just a few clicks. In this video, I will show you how to get started with the Syncfusion Blazor Smart PDF Viewer. You will learn how to create a Blazor web app, install the Smart PDF Viewer and theme, register the Syncfusion Blazor service, configure Azure OpenAI, and integrate the Smart PDF Viewer. You can create a Blazor web app using either Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code. I will be using Visual Studio 2022. Make sure you have the .NET SDK installed and the necessary credentials for your Azure OpenAI account. I open Visual Studio and select Create a New Project from the dashboard. From the list of templates, I choose Blazor Web App and click Next to continue. Then, I enter the project name and click Next again. I proceed with the default configuration and click Create to generate the application. Next, to install the Smart PDF Viewer package in the application, I open the NuGet Package Manager and go to the Browse tab. I search for Syncfusion Blazor SF Smart PDF Viewer package. Click Install and choose Apply to add the package to the solution. I accept the license agreement. Next, to install the Syncfusion theme package, I search for Syncfusion Blazor themes and click Install to add the theme to the project. Then, I open the Imports Razor file and import the Syncfusion Blazor and Syncfusion Blazor Smart PDF Viewer namespaces. I open the Program CS file and import the Syncfusion Blazor namespace to use Syncfusion components in the application. I configure Signal R with a maximum message size to support large PDF document streaming and enable memory caching to improve performance when handling frequently accessed PDF data. I also register the Syncfusion Blazor service, which is required for rendering Syncfusion components in the app. Syncfusion Smart PDF Viewer supports both Azure OpenAI service and Ollama. Here, I will be using Azure OpenAI. To configure this, I need to install the required packages. I open the NuGet Package Manager and search for Azure AI OpenAI and install it. This connects the .NET application with Azure OpenAI models for generating AI responses, summaries, and content. Next, I install Microsoft Extensions AI OpenAI, which enables the app to connect to Azure OpenAI through the iChat client interface. Then, I install Microsoft Extensions AI, which provides a unified way to integrate AI services into .NET applications. Then, I navigate to the Program CS file and add the necessary namespaces, Azure AI OpenAI, Microsoft Extensions AI, and System Client Model, to access the classes and methods provided by the installed packages. After adding these namespaces, I configure the Azure OpenAI credentials. For this configuration, 3 details are required: the API key, the endpoint URL, and the model name, all of which I have already set up in the Azure OpenAI resource. Next, I add the API key to ensure secure access to the service. I also specify the endpoint URL, which points to the location of Azure OpenAI resource, and provide the model name that determines which AI model application we'll use. Next, I initialize an Azure OpenAI client instance using the endpoint and API key. This step establishes the connection between application and Azure OpenAI. Then, I create an iChat client instance, which selects the desired AI model and converts it into the standardized client format required by Syncfusion AI components. I register this chat client in the dependency injection system so that it can be reused throughout the application without recreating it each time. I also register Syncfusion AI Service as the implementation of iChat Inference Service, enabling the Syncfusion components to interact with Azure OpenAI seamlessly. Overall, the workflow functions as follows. Azure OpenAI provides the intelligence. The iChat client serves as the communication bridge. Syncfusion AI Service handles and utilizes the chat client. An application uses the service to get AI-generated responses. To avoid the license validation message in the output, I register the Syncfusion license key using the register license method. To find out where to generate the license key, please refer to the link in the description below. Then, I open the AppRaiser file In the head section, I add the required style sheet reference. In the body section, I add the script reference for the Syncfusion Smart PDF Viewer control. Next, to add the Syncfusion Blazor Smart PDF Viewer component, open the Home Razor page and remove the default template code. I set the render mode to Interactive Server and then define the SF Smart PDF Viewer tag, where I specify the height and document path properties. I save and run the application. As you can see, the PDF Viewer is loaded. When I click the AI Assistance button, it opens the AI Assistant window with the default prompt options. From the list, I choose the prompt, "Can you provide a summary of this document?" As shown, the AI generates and displays a document summary. That's all for the video. I have shown how to get started with the Syncfusion Blazor Smart PDF Viewer. You can download this video's working example from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also shared a link to learn how to obtain a free license key for our PDFViewer SDK if you are eligible for our community license. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.